At least one save in every raid contains gold loot, an item worth 400,000 coins. Gold loot? This particular sound upgrade is just probably the best quality of life update the game has ever had. Come on to dispatch. No need to enter a raid. Select the location, equip your operators, dispatch them, and just wait for the harvest. What? What? So this is like one of those idle games where you just send your character off on a raid and then they do a raid without you even doing anything. Season 10 is coming soon and there's a whole lot of changes that's rocked the entire AB community. Many creators like Semi-Van and Sade have already shown you guys in a video format what's coming in Season 10 by playing the beta test server. However, Arena Breakout dropped a massive, super secret, juicy list of new changes that are coming in Season 10 that many of you guys will never get to see until now. Get ready, guys. This is gonna be a big video full of juicy info. But before I go through everything, you know how you can buy buns in a game? Like this 630 buns package for $9.99. Well, thanks to our sponsor for today's video, Top Up Live, you can buy the same package for only £6.06 and get a bonus 45 buns if you either use my code STREAM or click the link in the pinned comment below. This goes the same for all the bonds packages, by the way, not just this $9.99 pack. You basically get more bonds and pay less money on Top Up Live's website. I genuinely have no idea how this website makes money, but who cares? We get more bonds for less money. Unlike our friend Daddy Dick who trades you less stuff for more money. My code and link doesn't just work for Arena Breakout either. It will work on all of the games on Top Up Live's website. They have PUBG Mobile, Genshin Impact, Mobile Legends, and even TikTok Diamonds, so you can go support your favorite NPC TikToker. Whatever floats your boat, mate. Anyway, are you ready for the list of Season 10 changes? Here we go. Like I said, many creators have already covered the stuff that can easily be found by just playing the beta version. You know, new weapons, new attachments, new modes, new skins. But I have a list of things that unless you stumble upon them in the game, you know, by chance, you'll never realize that they're there. Before I go through the entire list, guys, some of these stuff at the start, you might have already found out, but they've not been covered in a ton of detail, right? Because no one really knew exactly how they work. So the first few things you might have seen from Semi's video, for example, but I'm going to go through them in detail with you now and also react to some of these because they're absolutely insane. But the later we get into the video, we're going to get into things like sound print nerfs, sound print distant buffs, new reloading mechanics, things like that. So there's absolutely a lot of information here that you need to know because otherwise you're going to be lost in Season 10. Anyway, let's start with map updates. So extraction points. A dog tag extraction point in each map has been replaced with a miscellaneous item extract point. So, wait, what? You must deliver the required number of miscellaneous items. In normal is 10k, lockdown is 30k, forbidden zone is 50k to activate it. So, yeah, dog tag extraction point is gone. Teamwork. Squad members can pull together the resources to achieve the required amount. So, same with the dog tags. You can pass the dog tags to your teammate and say like, look here, open the dog tag extract now. Permanent activation. The dog tag extraction points and miscellaneous item extraction points in all maps have been adjusted to team activation, and they will remain permanently activated for the squad members throughout the raid. So, if you go to somewhere like Armory and then you activate the dog tag extract, that entire extract only lasts for 1 minute, and then you go inside it takes 10 seconds to extract, right? And if you don't make it in time, then you miss the extract. They've made it permanent now for your squad only. So yeah, so firstly, no dog tag extract points, replaced by miscellaneous, different values for different maps, and it's now permanent, which is pretty cool actually. I quite like that. What do you think about that? Mode updates. Forbidden Zone. Gold loot is guaranteed in Forbidden Zone. Whoa. At least one save in every raid contains gold loot, an item worth 400,000 coins. Gold loot? Are they talking about red items, yeah? I guess that's just a different term for it. I don't think I've actually heard of that in 2 years of playing. I might be out of touch, but yeah, gold loot, red items, obviously Golden Lion is a gold piece of loot, right? That's sick. Collectible item. The type of gold loot hidden in the safes will be announced to all players at the start of a Forbidden Zone raid, and the statistics of the gold loot can be reviewed via battle record after the raid. That is hella sick. That's so cool, so you know what you're gonna get, and that entices you to go for the saves. I actually really like that because that gets you excited for what you can actually get. And the fact that it's guaranteed every raid, I was literally streaming yesterday and I was like, oh, the fucking loot needs buffing. And they've done that, so that's really nice. The minimum equipment value for Forbidden Zone has been adjusted to 120,000 Coin, and the entry fee has been adjusted to 20k Coin. Not quite sure how I feel about this, I'm not gonna lie, because it's cheaper to go in. 120k Coin, I'm not sure. What about you? Operation Zone and Lockdown Zone. In Operation Zone and Lockdown Zone, Operation Zone is normal, by the way, so we've got normal, lockdown, and forbidden, right? So yeah, that's what it is. Universal keys and key cards to locked rooms, which are only usable in the current raid. So the keys that you find in the raid that you can't extract with, like the main guest room key in Motel, can be found in containers and from militants. So right now you can only find them from militants. Moving forward, you can also find them from containers. The boss squad will no longer spawn in Operation Zone. Whoa! So Ajax and DOS will no longer spawn in Farm or Valley respectively. That's pretty cool for new players and people that are struggling. That's a really, really nice touch. And this last one, cherry on top. A new equipment value of 150,000 coins has been added to Operation Zone. So what they've done is make it beginner friendly in these normal zones. So you can find the keys easier. The boss will no longer spawn, so it's not as brutal. And a new equipment value of 150k max has been added. So T6 thermals, fully stacked weapons with M61s, T6 bullets will no longer be plaguing the normal maps, which again is really good for new players and players that are struggling alike. And if you want to improve, go to Lockdown Zone. If you're a bit of a sweat, go to Forbidden Zone. That's really sick because Forbidden Zone's actually been buffed now as well with the previous mode updates, right? Anyway, Covert Ops. A corresponding Covert Ops ticket is required for each Covert Ops mode. Ooh. The map for Covert Ops is selected at random and cannot be manually chosen. I don't know how I feel about that. Whoa! Tickets can be looted from containers and militants in raids or purchased from the market. Damn, I really don't know how I feel about that. A new Covert Ops raid cannot be started within 15 minutes of entering the results page of the previous Covert Ops raid. And there's still no Covert Ops karma. It's still an absolute bloodbath for imposters whenever they play Covert Ops raid. But personally, I actually don't like the fact that you can't choose your map anymore. I don't know if they're gonna put you in Forbidden either. They haven't really specified that bit, so not sure, chat, not sure. Right, Team Deathmatch. Default weapon skins can be displayed in Team Deathmatch. That's pretty cool. You paid for it, right? Or you drew for it and you got lucky and got it. You should be able to use it wherever you want. Manual usage of painkillers is not required in Team Deathmatch and 4v4 Eco War. Sedated is granted by default at the start of each round. I actually really like this. This is so cool because I hate spawning, popping your painkillers, and off you go. Like it takes so long. Map improvements. TV station. The TV station is welcoming a complete overhaul. I haven't actually played this. I'm gonna be going in there blind, and I heard that there's like a CCTV actions situation that you can use with fully upgraded graphics performance and a more reasonable layout. Nice. Apparently they turned it into the same as the Arena Breakout Infinite, which is really cool because that one's designed really well. Less places for you to get ratted or ganked. Improve the layout of cover at the TV station's main entrance extraction point and the lobby's graphics performance. Nice. Nice bit of optimization. People are always saying optimize the game, optimize this, optimize blah blah blah. There you go. There's your answer. Hopefully it actually works. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the screenshot of the changes for the maps. Because I feel like this is more for people that specifically likes to play in this map. So I'm not gonna bore people that never play TV Station for 10 minutes going through all this. Same with Farm, Valley, Northridge, Armory, blah blah blah. So I'll leave that on the screen for you guys. You can pause it, take a screenshot, go grab it if you need. Shooting range. This is my favorite update and something that I've been begging for 2 years. Since CBT2, I've always said the current training ground that we have is shit. It's too small and there's nothing to do in it, and you can't practice anything beyond 1x. Can't even practice 1x properly. The shooting range has been expanded and reworked. It's so far now. I think it goes up to like 100 meters and you got different functions and stuff. It's exactly the same as Arena Breakout Infinite, which is absolutely bloody beautiful. New circular moving targets with a freely customizable challenge distance and mid-range horizontal humanoid targets have been added. Guys, if you ever want to get better with your sensitivity, your aim, general movement, you want to practice a gun, this particular update in Season 10 is going to make you 100 times better if you spend a lot of time in it day in, day out. practice makes progress, guys. So shooting range is so much better now. It's really good. Go and use it. You've got every weapon in the game. You don't have to pay for anything. Unlimited ammo. You can use whatever ammo that you want, whatever attachment that you want. Guys, if there's any time to get better, it's now. Militant improvements significantly reduce the damage of ordinary militants. Not quite sure how I feel about that, because ordinary militants, normal mode, I don't know if that's normal mode militants or just like trash militants that you find everywhere that aren't the elite roamers. They weren't really that big of a threat. Yeah, they were annoying, but I don't think they were that much of a problem. Reduce the probability of ordinary militants moving while firing. So they'll stand and shoot you instead of, I don't know, man. I feel like that's making it too easy, you know what I'm saying? Improve the behavior of ordinary militants in combats. Now, they are more likely to search for cover. I guess that kind of balances it out a little bit, you know what I mean? So they're not going to shoot while they're firing, but if they need to, they'll look for cover. So, yeah, this and that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that... yeah. The elites, though, they're annoying. They should get nerfed. Anyway, others. Here we go. This is going to be the start of the list. That's going to be a mind-blowing experience for you guys, because the list goes on for a very long fucking time. There's a lot of pages on this document that I'm reading right now, and you need to know it, because otherwise you're gonna be lost. It's a completely different mechanic that's going to be presented to us in season 10. But if you haven't done so already, before I continue, guys, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, guys. I very rarely ask for people to subscribe to my channel, but I'm trying to hit 200k subscribers by the end of this year. That would be absolutely amazing if you guys support me with that. I'd appreciate it. I'd love you guys forever. And also like the video so you can help me grow in the algorithm and all that shit. It actually does help, believe it or not. And don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. You're not happy about this, you're happy about that, blah blah, whatever's on your mind, drop it in the comment section below, and let's talk. Let's get cracking, baby. Other updates. Tactical map improvements. New map filter to independently filter and display the location of safes, premium containers, locked rooms, and extraction points has, I guess, been added. Containers support 3D marker synchronization. New map filter to independently filter and display the location of, I'm guessing, main guest room safe, and that's the only safe that's going to be highlighted on the map. I don't know. Could be that. I haven't actually tested that. Containers support 3D marker synchronization. So I'm guessing if you mark that safe, you know how you can mark things on the map now. If you mark a car and if you turn, it'll stay on that car. I'm guessing that's what it's going to be. You can see like in your POV. New danger marker function. What? Double tap the marker button on the screen to add a danger marker and generate a special chat message. It's not safe here. Beautiful. I love that. I absolutely love that, because you can now differentiate whether you want to tell someone to go to a specific space or there's an enemy there. The marker on the compass will be simultaneously replaced with a danger marker. Great update. Keys adjustment. Removed some keys that are used less frequently and adjusted the supplies contained within the corresponding room, and added a 1x2 and 1x1 items. I'm guessing this is gonna be like that weapons room in loading area. I'm guessing they opened that up because that room is trash. Anyway, number 4. Woo! Mine is removed for optimization. Press F in chat for mine map, please, guys. Let me know if you're one of the people that actually liked map. Anyway, mine keys are no longer available on the market, obviously. You can choose to keep them or sell them to contacts. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep... Look, you're better off keeping it. If you have quite a bit of space, they don't really take that much space, keep it, because mine is definitely coming back, right? I mean, it says mine is removed for optimization, and there's even an event that's apparently zombies because of the utopia in mine and all of that. What do you guys think about the zombie conspiracy theory that people are saying it might be a new mode coming to Arena Breakout, zombie mode? Yeah, anyway, the map might come back, so maybe it's worth keeping. Who knows? What have we got to do? You're probably going to be... Like, Deke will probably fucking buy that off you for like 500 coins, right? So, yeah, anyway, keep it. Experimental item. T11 high velocity grenade launcher, high chamber pressure, high initial velocity, high precision, and high trajectory. This grenade launcher is just high all over the place. All the characteristics that are completely different from traditional grenade launchers are designed to achieve one purpose: to make the T11 a sniper cannon for Marines. Holy crap. That damn! Portable security camera. The surveillance kit can transmit video data wirelessly. It's built-in battery and adhesive feature. So what is this? Is like a handheld camera. You can put it on the wall and then activate it wherever you want via Bluetooth. That kind of thing. Could be that. AO scanner. I don't know what that is. A handheld terminal connected to a local faction's tactical LAN. It allows the user to apply for time-sensitive intel in the current operation zone, therefore gaining a tactical advantage. I actually don't know what that is. I apologize, guys. Let me just Google that real quick for you guys. It's some sort of scanner that scans a body's electromagnetic fucking field. I don't know, something like that. Probably that's probably the heartbeat center, right, that we had. Injury killer stim. From the usage of injury control stims by volunteers, the Elixir group gathered a large amount of relevant data and launched the injury killer. This injection can control muscle injuries for a long time, further delaying the spread rate of injuries and significantly reducing the amount of damage spread. There you go. So you know how you get shot on the leg breaks, spreads to the vital parts, and then eventually kills you even though you're only getting hit from the leg. This slows down the damage spread, so it reduces the damage that goes to your body, your vital parts, head and body, after a leg is broken, for example. Here we go. Gameplay improvements. This is something that I really like, the first one. New hold to cook grenade. Hold the throw button to cook a grenade and release the button to throw it. Can be toggled on and off. Similar to when quick throw got introduced, right? You can turn that button on and off. This feature, you can turn it on and off. This is really cool because you can just get the grenade out and then press and hold the fire button without having to press another button to cook it, right? And then you can still cancel the cook by putting the pin in by pressing that red X button. So that's a really nice feature, and I really suggest you guys turn that on. The trajectory arc of throwables is now permanently displayed. What this means is right now, you know, the white line only comes up when you start to cook the grenade and you're about to throw it when you release a button. Now, when you bring a nade out into your hand before you even cook it, a trajectory line automatically comes out, and you can see where you're aiming, basically, which is really nice. Improved tactical items quick switch. Hold or use a tactical item immediately after switching items via the tactical item hotbar. Can be toggled on and off. So this is basically, you know, when you've got like a box, let's say you've got the grenades, yeah, you got a grenade, GHO, M67, MK2, and then you have to tap the arrow and then you have to select from the box that comes up. Now when that box comes up, you can just press and hold one of the options on there, and then you bring that out without having to tap the arrow, tap the item, tap the box again, and then bring the grenade out. So that's what it's for. Improved magazine swapping logic. Finally, they have this on PC, and I'm glad they brought this onto mobile now. When swapping magazines, the replacement is installed before the first replaced magazine is put back to reduce the chances of losing the replaced magazine. So even if you don't have space in your rig now to put your magazine into, you can still reload and you'll never drop that magazine on the floor. Now, I said never. It did say reduce the chances of dropping and losing your magazine. There might be a chance that you'll drop it. Who the hell knows? But yeah, so you no longer need a space in your rig for you to take your, basically, your gun. What you do right now is you take the magazine out, you put it in the rig, and then you get a new magazine out and you put it in your weapon. So if you don't have a rig space, what he does is he drops your magazine, gets one from the rig, and then puts it in your weapon, right? So it doesn't do that anymore. You'll never lose your magazine because you take the one out of your rig first, you make space, and then you hold it in your hand, and then you take this one out, and then you swap it with the other hand, and then you put this. Anyway, you get a fucking picture. You don't need space anymore in your magazine. That's my H416 custom edition, by the way. Anyway, gold loot display feature improvement. The displaying process can be interrupted by aiming, firing, and tapping the weapon bar. Gold loot display feature improvement? Oh, okay. So I'm guessing it's gonna be bang on in front of your screen. Golden Lion in one of the safes. And it's probably gonna be very intrusive and you don't want it all the time. So just aim down your weapon, start firing, or tap the weapon bar, and then it'll come off. I'm assuming that's what it is. Reload improvement. Significantly increased the speed of filling magazines with ammo. God damn! So now we have the refill mag in your bag button, and it's also faster to fill the magazines with ammo. I like that because it pisses me off having to spend a whole damn minute filling a 60-round mag. Looting experience improvements. Whew! Safes. Updated and unified the model of safes across all maps. So they look the same, I'm guessing. Remove the 1 minute protection period of locked rooms at the TV station and armory. What? So loot goblins are gonna love this shit again? Reduce the time required to unlock safes in unlocked rooms to 45 seconds. Wait, what is it right now? Unlock safes in unlocked rooms? I thought it was 45 seconds right now. That's the free safes, right? That makes no sense, but I don't like the number 2 though. The location of fixed and random safes will now be displayed on the map. Random safes will be marked with a question mark, which will be updated once a teammate approaches the area. Right. Okay, not quite sure what the whole point of that is, but there's a lot of information right now for me to digest, so I'm struggling to think what the hell this update is for. Anyway, new ones. Others. Increase the number of containers in non-core areas across all maps to encourage diversified tactical route choices. Nice. So this is just like random places in the map. There's more containers in there so people can have better loot routes and avoid PvP and just loot in peace. That kind of thing. That's nice. That's really nice. I've honestly been asking for a loot buff of some sort for a long time, and we got it, which is really nice. Updated a new batch of premium containers, some of which require breaking the chains to open. All right. Nice bit of gimmick. The location of premium containers can be displayed on the map. New experimental item chest, which contains experimental items. Ooh, I wonder if you can find this on like normal maps as well as Lockdown and Armory. Because normally they're just experimental item airdrops, right? So now you can actually find them as chests. Nice, nice. It's gonna make the game even more wild, chaotic. Imagine finding an RPG on a chest randomly in the middle of nowhere. Sweet. Border highlights of various colors have been added to containers and items scattered on the ground, and they will change based on the item's level. Can be toggled on and off. Right, okay, so you'll basically know what you're about to loot before you loot it, because they'll have a frame telling you what the item level is. Green, blue, gold, purple, red, that kind of thing. Cool. That's actually really nice. It makes it easier. Makes looting faster. Right, here we go. Balance adjustments. Massive list here, guys. Sound. Reduced the propagation range for sounds and sound prints of crouched movement and footsteps. Now, it's easier to complete tactical maneuvers efficiently and covertly by suitably choosing between crouch movement and walking. But what about the stamina though? What about the stamina situation, huh? So what I'm getting from this is we still got a stamina nerf for sneak walk, but if you're crouched or just walking without sneaking, the sound print, the footstep sound print that you see, the white sound prints, the range of that got nerfed. So you don't need to sneak to gank someone, basically. That's what I'm getting from that, right? Let me know in the comment section if I'm on the right lines. Reduce the propagation range of sound from micro SMG fire, including when a suppressor is equipped. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. So the propagation range of sound. So I'm guessing they're quieter. I don't know what propagation range is. Let me just Google that shit. Define propagation. The breeding of specimens of a plant or animal by natural processes from the parent stock. What? The action of widely spreading and promoting an idea. What the fuck does that even mean? What do you mean propagation? Obviously, you know, Chinese to English translations may have gotten a little bit twisted along the way. But let me just try and make sense of this. Reduce the propagation range of sound. So this is sound. It has nothing to do with sound print. So that means you can hear SMGs. They're quieter, basically, especially when they have a suppressor. So that makes sense, because obviously ARs are louder than SMGs, right? Higher caliber guns. Yeah, that makes sense. Significantly increased the loudness of pained gasps while dying or injured. Nice, I like that, because sometimes I miss when I kill someone and they die and there's lots of like gunshots and explosions and shit like that. So on Arena Breakout Infinite, you can hear them like really loud and clear. So that's dope as hell. Increase the distance sound prints are displayed when militants speak. Okay, that makes sense. I kind of like that, actually. It tells you if there's a bot nearby rather than a player. That's really nice. Increase the propagation range of sound from explosions. Makes sense. Explosions are supposed to be loud. I should be able to hear it from the other side of the fucking map. That's nice. Slightly increase the propagation range of sound from reloading. Oh my god, bro. Oh my days. Bro, I was actually talking about this a couple of streams ago where I said, yo, we need a freaking audio upgrade for the game. In Arena Breakout Infinite, you can freaking hear everything. You can hear if a character is breathing, turning, reloading, and it just makes the game more immersive. And, you know, I get more switched on. And I've been literally saying on my stream, we need better audio in this game. The audio in this game is fucking ass. I can't hear people walking, reloading, running. Even when I've got my GS2s in real life hearing aids on, I can't hear shit. Now, we've got slightly increased the propagation range of sound from using medical consumables, slightly increased the visible distance of personalized voiced sound prints. So this is the white, we got a Timmy from the enemy sound prints. You'll pick that up even further. Increase the visible distance of sound prints from opening doors. Increase the propagation range of sound from jumping and landing. Slightly increase the visible distance of sound prints from ADS. Increase the visible distance of sound prints from movement in the prone position. Right. So the sound prints, you can pick up sound prints further while someone is prone position and moving. Okay, that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Sound prints from searching containers and using medical supplies or consumables are now directly visible. Remove the special marks for the two aforementioned sound prints. If the adjustments listed above are made directly to a certain sound, the corresponding sound print will be similarly adjusted. Right, so you know how you can see if someone's looting right now? There's like an orange mark on, like in the middle of the sound print. They've done that for searching containers and also using medical supplies or consumables. So you can now see as well as hear if someone is doing a specific task mentioned above. That is a fucking great update. This is a very, very good segment of the upgrade. This particular sound upgrade is just probably the best quality of life update the game has ever had. This, man, we have had really, really bad sound for 2 years now, and I'm glad that's a lot better in Season 10. Right, okay, equipment. Class 5, Tier 5 and better premium body armor now come with down protection. Taking critical damage to the chest while wearing premium armor will result in being downed. So before, if you take critical damage to the chest, that could instantly kill you at a chance or knock you down. But right now, well, in Season 10, if you get critical damage to the chest, it will guarantee you being knocked down? Okay. Down protection is only activated when your premium armor still has durability left. The AX50, AR30, and SJ16 can ignore the down protection provided by premium armor. Kinda makes sense, you know, a 50 cal, 338 cal, sniper rifle, bolt action rifle should kill you on the spot through critical damage, you know what I'm saying? Once you're helped up after being downed by critical damage to the chest, your max stamina will be reduced by a certain amount. Alright, look, I respect that. I like that. It does make fighting a little bit longer in certain situations, but hey, I hate dying so fast. Anyway, weapons, balance changes and whatnot, right? So, I'm gonna leave a screenshot of the changes here, because some of the guns I don't even use, so I'm not really even interested in some of the guns. So, I'm guessing some of the people are gonna be like that as well. So, I'll just leave this screenshot here, and you guys can read this in your own time. Okay, next one up. Tactical items. Adjusted the distance-based explosion damage reduction for throwables that deal damage. Honestly, I can't even get my head around that at the minute. Someone else with a switched on mind, explain this in the comment section, please. My mind is literally freaking melted right now, so help your boy out, will ya? Increase the coverage of Molotovs. Coverage, I'm guessing the AoE effect, the area of Molotov, or you can throw it farther. I'm guessing if it's farther, then they would have said range, but seeing as it's coverage, it's probably the area of effect. Turning around still reduces the M84's flashbang impact, but the impact from avoiding it will be stronger than before. I don't even know what that means. Right, okay. So before you get like a tiny small flash of a flashbang, but now you'll get a little bit more from the flashbang, from the flash itself, like the blindness. So yeah, makes sense. Medical supplies, treatment, surgical kit. Remove the hydration consumption of all surgical kits. Wow, that is a big change. That is a massive change. Even the cheap yellow individual 200 Cohen packs, that's pretty cool. Remove the max HP reduction mechanisms from all... What? Are you kidding me, bruv? Are you actually kidding me? That is ridiculous. So this makes the small, very cheap, single-use surgical kits very, very good value for money. Yeah, that is actually unbelievable. That's a crazy change. I'm not sure how I like that, but it makes it easy for a lot of people. Surgical kits now can be used while on the move. We've already seen that in some of the videos. Adjusted the HP recovery of all surgical kits. HP recovery increases with the quality of surgical kits. Makes sense. Reduce the usage time of field bandages. Ooh, okay. I like that. Remove the mobile surgery kit. So this is the surge pack that they added that allows you to move, but only this surge pack. So they removed that because everything else you can move with now. So, all right. Increase the durability cost of the STO first aid set, and it reduces the max HP. Yeah, so I think it went up from 300 per broken limb fixed to 400, something like that. And it reduces the max HP. So when you heal from 85, it will drop back. It will drop to 80 after doing a full heal from a broken treatment. So that's a nice balance for the STO. I don't think it was that hella abused though. So I don't know, man. I'm not too sure about that. What do you guys think? A wound treatment function has been added to all medkits. 40 durability per wound. Wound treatment does not consume hydration. That's crazy. So you can fix your bleed with any medkit as you heal. That's wild. That's actually wild. Remove the hydration consumption of all medkits. Again, insane. This gives value to the lower end medkits. It does make the game easier though. Like all this, it does make the game easier and more convenient. Painkillers. Remove the hydration consumption of anti-inflammatory painkillers and killer energy. Increase the hydration consumption of liquid painkiller. Oh, wow. So they made the cheap ones because this is getting abused. Like this one, this is the hella abused. So this will make you more thirsty. Okay. They made it easier on some parts, the healing, but they also made it harder on some part. Right, okay, fair play. Now, using liquid painkillers fast-acting reduces the spread rate of damage. Oh, so while you're on the sedated status, the spread rate of damage is slower. So you take slower, less damage to your vital and head parts, your chest and head vital parts. Movement speed is not affected by broken legs while sedated. Wait, it was before? You were slower? Wow, I honestly didn't even notice that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie there, gang. Remove the hydration injections. Remove the hydration consumption of all injections. Increase the energy consumption of all injections. Increase the injury control stim ability to prevent damage from spreading. They basically buff the stims. They buff the stims on hydration, so it doesn't use much hydration, but it makes you more hungry. All right. Increase the duration of the hearing enhancement stim. Damn. That got there. They basically buffed. They reworked the stims, buffed it in a lot of areas, nerfed it on a couple. System improvements. Commodity dispatch. No need to enter a raid. Select the location, equip your operators, dispatch them, and just wait for the harvest. What? What? So this is like one of those idle games where you just send your character off on a raid and then they do a raid without you even doing anything. What in the Raid Shadow Legends is going on here? Huh? How to obtain contracts. A free contract up to 3 is stored daily at 5 a.m. UTC. Contracts can also be obtained from raids or purchased from the market. Selecting a location. The minimum equipment value varies by location and the risks and rewards increase alongside it. So that's a completely new mode where you don't even have to play and you can actually make money by the looks of it. Selecting operators. Dispatched operators of various ranks will be refreshed. Dispatch operators have various special habits and good luck charms. These special habits must be satisfied to dispatch them. The usage of good luck. So basically, you get to choose whichever operator you want to send out there and they'll all have different skills and abilities, right? What is going on? What's going on, bruv? So this is basically making it easier for the people that's struggling with the game, okay? Dispatch preparations. Once an operator is dispatched, their equipment will not be returned. The minimum equipment value for the location must be satisfied, and to a certain extent, your earnings increase with the minimum value equipment. So you get more depending on how much you invest in. Your return on investment is bigger. I wonder if you can fail that shit though. Yeah, I wonder if you can fail that. Whole weapon skin feature. Once a skin is applied to a bolt, all accessories installed on the weapon will share the corresponding skin unless another skin is applied on each accessory. Fire! Finally! Finally! I hate having multicolored guns, man, because I haven't drawn or bought the skin for a specific piece. They're always giving us the fucking what's that grip? That's like I can't explain it. The grip that it's on an M4, like the fucking grip. That connects like this, right? Then you hold it in the middle and it's like this. They always give skins for that. I want skins for like tilt grips and lightweight grips and stuff like that. And I want it to match the entire gun. So now, whatever skin you want for the gun, all you need is one piece of skin and it will just cover the entire gun with a corresponding skin for that one that you chose for the complete set. That's a fucking nice update, man. Very, very good update, actually. Improved the application of weapon skins in mod gun and storage. Okay. Right. Preparation function improvements. I'm gonna breeze through this because this has been covered a lot I've seen a lot of videos for this. One more set. Basically, this allows you to buy the exact items that you had in the previous raid in one click, something like that. Random melee weapon. If you have multiple melee weapons, select random melee. Okay, and it goes random when you go in a game. When restoring health while dehydrated or hungry, you no longer need to confirm the purchase of water. Right, okay, so you'll get the dehydrated and hungry bars fixed as well. Character and customization system updates. Adjusted the initial section for each character skin part. In order to streamline in-raid operations, voice and quick commands have been merged. So they didn't actually remove it. They merged it into what? I couldn't find it. So what? Yeah, I can't really make sense of this. So if anybody knows this, let me know in the comment section below. Added a new batch of faces for male and female operators. Cool. Entry process improvement. The operator and imposter selection screen has been replaced with a mode selection screen. Oh yeah, this was really nice. They basically streamlined it, so at the bottom you can choose between operator, imposter, and events, and it makes it so much easier to go through the modes. Battle record improvements. New filter function. Select between all modes. Oh, nice. And team deathmatch. So yeah, the battle record, you can now split it easily for different modes, so you can see how you did in previous games. New results screen display style of records. New detailed eliminations will display when selecting raid details for team deathmatch battle records. Moving on, operation and interaction improvements. New in-raid automatic organizing function. So you'll have a button that automatically organizes your bag for you. How optimized is that? How efficient that is, we never truly know, and it's probably not going to be optimal because we all know what AI auto sort is always like in games like this. So yeah, maybe it will help for some people, but I know that the higher level Tetris players will probably not like that. The in-game backpack screen now displays the estimated value of items to be brought out. So instead of having it on a screen, total loot value, you'll have it in the actual backpack menu. Added a new function to stack items and automatically place items into cases based on their value. Really nice update. Auto put based, like as soon as you pick it up, it will go straight into your case for a specific value. On a specific value that you set. Improve the space layout of operator reward boxes to match militants, and they can be searched automatically now. Not quite sure what that means. Yeah, not quite sure what that means. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Right, this is the last leg of the journey, guys. There's a bit more to cover. But before I cover that, make sure if you haven't done so already, subscribe, because your boy is trying to reach 200,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And that would really help me out. And also like the video because you're still here. And it's obviously important for you to do that because it helps the video grow. And if it helps the video grow, I'll get more subs. You know what I'm saying? And it also lets me know that you actually like my content, which is always nice. A little bit of, ego confidence boost. Never goes wrong. But yeah, drop a like as well, and also comment something in the comment section below. Help me out with things that I don't understand, and just have a general conversation with the community. But anyway, let's get to the last part, which is storage system improvements. I like this bit. I really like this bit. Said covered this quite a lot actually. I saw him on his stream talking about how this works. So basically, the expansion chest system is going offline. New storage expansion rules have been implemented. Storage expansion space without any item type restrictions can be purchased directly for 30,000 coins per row. Space available for purchase increases with character level. So it's easier to basically get I think it's cheaper as well. I'm not sure. Someone do the maths on this. It's cheaper and easier to get more space for your storage to store your things in. Expansion chests in existing storage expansion slots will be converted to storage space at a fixed ratio. So whatever you've unlocked now, you'll get it back at a fixed ratio. Hopefully it's fair. If you purchase storage expansion slots with bonds, your bonds will be refunded via mail. Whoa! Yo, that's pretty cool. That's pretty sick. So now if you got more money, hopefully you can just buy the slots with coins that you made for free in the game and then use the bonds for skins. That's pretty cool. I like that. Expansion chests that are not in expansion slots can be sold for coin. Beautiful. Yeah, they've also basically given you like tabs on the right-hand side of your storage. So weapons, meds, grenades, keys, ammo, armor. So you can just tap on one of those and it just automatically filters it for you on all the weapons and you can quick equip it. Really, really nice feature. I really like that feature actually. Graphics optimization. The devs are working to optimize the game, and I know it's not really fully optimized yet, or it's probably never going to be perfect. It's 100%. I'm 100% sure it's never going to be perfect, but it's nice to at least get some sort of stuff that helps people with the lower end devices, such as new 480p resolution select as needed. So you can play with a really, really low resolution that your phone can handle graphics wise, so you can run the FPS a little higher and more consistent, potentially, hopefully for you guys. New minimalist graphics quality select as needed. Again, helps for the lower end players, lower end devices. New rendering method, Vulkan technology and performance mode. I don't really know what that is, so I can't really comment on that. If you know, let me know in the comment section below. Game environment improvements, loot priority improvements. The protection period of elimination rewards has been extended to 5 minutes. I believe it was 2 minutes, something like that. Right, when you kill someone, your teammates can't loot it, or no one can loot it for 2 minutes, something like that. They've increased it to 5 minutes. That's pretty good. 5 minutes is a very long time, chat. That is no joke in a particular raid where you're cleared a lot of people and you want to loot the kill that you've got. 5 minutes is a long time. When accessing rewards while the remaining protection period is longer than 1 minute, it will be reduced to 1 minute. When accessing rewards while the remaining protection is... not really sure what that means. Fixed some kill cam bugs. Improved replay detection system. Now, it will be used to determine the penalty for friendly fire. We tried to figure out what this is, and we couldn't really understand what was going on in the kill cam when I had my teammate molly me. Yeah, we couldn't figure it out at all. So if you know, let me know in the comment section below. Enhance the detection of inappropriate avatars and messages. All right, fair play. Toxic, racist, inappropriate behavior in chat and avatars. Good on you for locking down on that shit, AB. Others. The number of limited time items available from Deke Vincent has been increased to 16. I believe they doubled it, right? So I think it was 8 before. Now it's 16. He's still gonna scam us. The guy is still gonna scam us, but now he has doubled the chance to scam us and rub it in our face. That's what it's about. Improve the sequencing logic when inviting friends to team up. Priority, free in the team in combat offline. No idea what that means. Inviting friends and initiating invite me invitations is now possible when invisible. Inviting friends and initiating. Oh, okay. So you can be in incognito mode, and if you want to get invited into a party, you can send it. Before you couldn't. Season challenge and season archive progress have been added to personal info. Shorten the review period when listing items on the market. Shorten the review period when listing items on the market? Not sure what that means, chat. Have to dig into that. Adjusted the price of some items. New contact stock favorites up to 20. We'll have again, guys, you know what to do. If you know, holler at your boy. Coin can be used to activate standard and advanced quick kits. Wow! A quick kit's cost in coin is determined by the value of its contents, including equipment value and the total value of its consumables. I don't know if I like this, because for me personally, the reason why I used to use quick kit is because it didn't cost any coins. But I wonder if they took the tickets away, or they kept the tickets and gave us the option to spend coins based on the equipment value, and also Are we gonna get discounts because it's a quick kit? I'm not sure. We're gonna have to work that out when the season drops. I wish to kind of give us more information about that, you know what I mean? Remove season tokens. Season tokens and weekly supplies have been replaced with Cohen. Cohen will be used for all purchases and sales of season supplies. HD resources and ray tracing resources packs have been moved to the download center. Please consider your device's performance before downloading these packs, because once you've downloaded them, you can't remove them, is what I'm guessing. And if you can't use it, then you're gonna have to reinstall the game if you want to free up the space because you can't use it. So yeah. Improve the supply retrieval process after the results are tallied. Supplies that are not retrieved immediately will be returned via mail. Wow. What an absolute patch note, guys. This is absolutely 11 pages of changes, guys. This is the most patch notes they've ever given us and they've ever dropped for an update. I don't like some of it, but I do like the other parts. I haven't decided yet, but I am more inclined to like Season 10 purely because of the sound improvements and the training ground improvement. The sound improvement is gonna help improve the overall gameplay experience. It's gonna make it more immersive. It's gonna make some things easier and harder in certain situations. But the sound quality being upgraded after I've moaned about it for 2 years, obviously music to my ears. I don't like how they've made the healing easier by taking the hydration effects. I don't like that. That makes things easier. Same with the surge packs. You could walk with all of them now. That makes no sense. I don't like that at all. I do, however, like the firing range. The firing range being upgraded to what AB has. ABI, Arena Breakout Infinite, has the bigger training range. That's definitely going to help a lot of people get started in the game and get good at the game way easier. And there's also a new mode called Brawl Training Ground or something like that, where it's literally just free for all, unlimited respawns, first to 25 points wins, and it's just fucking chaos. It's so much practice because you get to bring your own weapon, the U calibrated, the U gunsmith. So there's a lot of features here. There's a lot of new changes that I really like. There's a lot of changes that I don't like. So it is what it is, guys. I'm just gonna figure out what I'm gonna be doing for season 10, and maybe start a new series, something like that. Because the game has changed now. Like, the game is completely different to what it was like 2-3 seasons ago. So I need to make certain adjustments to keep having fun. And I want to know though what you think of all this update. I know there's been a lot to digest. Thank you so much for watching the entire video. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below anything that you can think of, and let's have a discussion. But anyway, guys, hope you guys had fun with that. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.